What's up, everybody? Man, it's crazy how God works. What I mean by this is literally about a couple hours ago, I was scrolling through TikTok just looking at things, and I saw this movie clip with Denzel Washington in it, and was talking to his kid saying, "Don't strike out." Fast forward, he dies, and the kid was never understanding the reason why his dad was pushing him so hard, and pent up aggression and anger for years. It came time for his dad to die in his funeral, and the little boy said he wasn't going to go to his dad's funeral. He wasn't going to show up, wasn't even going to say goodbye, nothing. He said, "This is the only time I get to say no. I'm angry, I'm mad at the world. I'm not going to go." Until his mom slapped him and made him understand that he need to go. That he's just like his dad, but a greater version. And it hit home because a lot of times in my life, I wasn't, my life wasn't that perfect. It didn't change, get better until I moved to Tennessee, and I've been here for about 17 years now, going on 18 years. So this is home. And I realized that the things that happened to me in my life was for a reason. And I realized that it may come a time, a day that I wouldn't know how to respond to it, but it's gonna come a time, a day where I'm going to have to stand there while my biological dad has his funeral. Will I go, or will I let the anger control me and consume me? Will I let the things of my past consume me? See, this is where reality kicks in. This is where real life kicks in. Are you going to let the things of your past control where you're going? Are you going to let the things of your past dictate your future and your outcome? And with this and what this clip taught me and what it showed me is that the way I'm striking out in real life is by allowing anger that I once had control my dictations of how I walk in the future. Yes, of course, it's not to be foolish. You're not supposed to go back and let somebody hurt you again and again and again, but at the same time, it's so important that when, just like you saw me talk about not calling your demons back, it's so important to let go of things that you can't control. It's so important to let time heal the wounds and grow. But with that, I want you to understand that no matter what, no matter what, always be a subject or an individual that is willing to do better in the future. You can't change what happened yesterday. You can't change what's going to happen tomorrow. You can't change any of that. But what you can do is make things better. Stop being a subject of your past when you can be evident to your future. Always be willing to grow. And what was stated in that video was so true. Don't strike out. Don't strike out. So many times people have struck out more than once just because of their pride, envy, self-esteem, feelings get in the way to stop them from getting to the truth. Life gets in the way. Then when the person that you're trying to get back used to is dead and gone, now you're saying, what if? What if I did this? What if I did that? The life that we live is not built for what ifs, it's built for what you can do. I'm not saying run to your oppressor. I'm not saying let things castrate you and harm you. What I'm saying is grow from it. Everything that you go through is for a reason. You have to make the decision. Are you going to make the best of it? Are you going to develop from it? Or are you going to stay the same? That's it. But I charge all of you today to grow, develop yourself mentally and physically and spiritually. Stop calling your demons back in your life. Stop allowing things to strike you out. When it happens or getting ready to happen, where you feel like you want to do something that you used to do in the past, cast it out. Say, God, I'll get this to you. Always do that until it becomes practice, becomes muscle memory. Just like when I lift weights, I know to breathe out when I go up, breathe in when I come down. Why? Because when you breathe out, you're allowing yourself to push. When you breathe in, you're allowing yourself to be able to bring the weight down. But with lifting weights, your heart and mind must be together. If you keep saying that you can't lift it, you will never lift it. You got to get the weight off of you and push. I want you to understand. I want you to push through it. Don't wait till somebody dies to change your perspective. Because one day, you're going to sit there full of tears. I was a person that sat there full of tears. Prime example, my grandfather. I love him with all of my heart. I wish he was still here. He used to tell me, he said, son, every Sunday, tell me what's going on at church. Give me the Bible verse. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what happened. I would call my granddaddy every Sunday. Tell him what happened. We got into an argument. And this is me being young and dumb because I couldn't understand what he was trying to tell me. My granddaddy told me, he said he wished he would have kept his stuff in his pants instead of doing what he did. And he was doing it in an aggressive manner, so I was upset and I didn't take it the way that was coming out. I didn't understand it until he left me. I went away on a trip to go see my biological mom. And then while I was there, my grandmother died. Buried her, came home. Remember, I came home Sunday night. Trying to call my granddaddy to hear my father figure tell me, boy, you better be glad you're grieving because your granddaddy just died. I'm 17 to 18 years old. I would go to his grave and cry. And it still bothers me today because I could have let something go. I could have let that stuff go. But instead, I harvest that mess in me. I was too ignorant to not just to listen. All he wanted me to do was be better than what he was. And I felt so bad for years. Because I could have made it better. And I couldn't call my granddaddy, tell him I love him. I couldn't tell my granddaddy that, hey, I saw this on Sunday. This is what happened. This is the Bible verse it came from. I couldn't have that conversation with my granddad. I couldn't have that conversation with Albert Wayne Collins Sr. I couldn't talk to him as much as I wanted to. I still want to be able to have that conversation with him, but I can't. And I'm about to be 32 this month. And what happened way back when I was 17 and 18 years old still semi bothers me, because I didn't take the time to just listen and let my anger and my pride and my self-esteem get in the way. And he died, and I look like my grandfather. But I know one thing. At least I can say I made him proud enough to know that I got married, I got a kid, and I'm taking care of business the right way. But I'm staying anchored in God. I'm staying anchored in my family, and anchored in my work, anchored in everybody that's surrounding me. That's what this is about. Don't strike out. Don't give up. Because in the end, it's up to you. Are you going to let the things of your past control you? Or are you going to make it better? Think about it.